Press and briefly hold down the power mode button. The backlight and all the display segments will turn on. Release the button when you hear a beep. The instrument will vibrate and the alarm lights will flash momentarily. If Cal Limit display function is turned on, the screen that appears next depends on how Cal Limit check is set. If the unit is due for calibration and the Cal Limit check is set for confirmed to use, then the Cal Limit prompt will display and the alarm LEDs and buzzer will pulse several times. When this occurs, press and release the power mode button. You will hear a beep and the startup sequence will continue. If the unit is due for calibration and the Cal Limit check is set to can't use, then the fail Cal Limit prompt is displayed. At the same time, the alarm LEDs and buzzer will pulse several times. The fail Cal Limit prompt will remain on the display until the unit is turned off. The GX 2009 cannot be used until a complete calibration has been performed. If calibration is not due or the Cal Limit check is set to none, then the display will indicate when the next calibration is due. Once the normal startup sequence begins, you will see several screens indicating the status or settings of the instrument. The first screen is the date and time screen, which appears for a few seconds. Next, the battery voltage and alarm pattern screen is displayed. This screen displays the current battery voltage and the alarm logic. AL-H indicates a latching alarm. AL-A indicates a self-resetting alarm. The remaining screens are only displayed for about a second each. You will see the full scale values for each channel, the low alarm point for each channel, the high alarm point for each channel, followed by the STEL and TWA set points for carbon monoxide and hydrogen sulfide. If the GX 2009 experiences a sensor failure during startup, a screen will display indicating which sensor has failed. If you wish to continue, press and release the power mode button to acknowledge the failure. The instrument will then proceed to normal operating mode. Once in normal operating mode, the gas reading for the failed sensor will be replaced by 3 dashes. The failed sensor should be replaced as soon as possible. If the auto zero adjustment function is turned on, the GX 2009 will automatically perform a fresh air adjustment at the end of the startup sequence. Make sure that you are in a known fresh air environment, free of combustible or toxic gases and of normal oxygen content, which is 20.9%. If the fresh air adjustment is successful, the unit will proceed to normal measuring mode. If one or more of the sensors fail the fresh air adjustment, the display will indicate which sensor or sensors have failed. Press and release the power mode button to proceed to normal measuring mode. The gas reading for the failed sensor or sensors will be replaced by 3 dashes. Any sensors that fail the automatic fresh air adjustment should be replaced as soon as possible. Before using the GX 2009, you should perform a fresh air adjustment. Performing this adjustment ensures accurate gas readings as long as the calibration is current. Make sure you are in a fresh air environment which is free of toxic or combustible gases and is of normal oxygen content. Normal oxygen content is 20.9%. With the unit on and the display showing the normal operation screen, press and hold the air button. On the display, you will see the message Air Cal, which is a prompt for you to continue pressing the air button. After a few seconds, the display will read Adjust Release, prompting you to release the air button. The unit will take a few seconds to adjust the fresh air readings, then return to the normal operation screen. Press and hold the power mode button for about 3 seconds to turn off the unit. The buzzer will sound and the LCD backlight will turn on. Release the button when the LCD is blank. The unit is now off.